we're starting to get our sneak peeks for the next episode, and this is a clip between Cody and Mary, and there is nothing surprising and yet several things that they say that did make me laugh. So Cody sits down with Mary, and it's weird because the end of last episode was Christmas Eve, 1 a.m. And this sounds like a conversation happening pre-Christmas, so maybe it's happening on Christmas Eve. I don't know. I'll find out in the next episode. But he's like, well, I actually like you now. And she's like, okay. He's like, well, I haven't for 6 years. And she's like, I think it's been longer than that. Which comes back into this, either he never wanted to marry her or he's lying about it, because what would the difference of 6 years be? And there's not a moment in time that I see Cody saying anything that makes me think this is a man who has an awareness that other people have emotions and that he has some responsibility as a human not to be cruel, because everything he says is like just ridiculous. It's all about, I mean, he's like a 5-year-old who wants to express their opinion, doesn't really care how it affects others. So then he like kind of looks at, you know, Mary's like, well, I'm not coming over for Christmas, which makes me think this is happening before Christmas. And he's like, well, I have a wife who says that Mary's family and she should come over, which is also like, okay, Robin, like you can extend the invitation, but you don't get to dictate who comes to what. And of course, all I'm thinking is, well, all those years in COVID, you couldn't bring her over. Remember, Cody was like, well, Mary's following the rules. She could come over. And Robin's like, no, I think it'll cause problems with everybody else. Like they weren't already causing problems with everybody else. Everybody else, they were sitting around calling him, going on vacation, all that. I don't think they gave a flying fig where Mary was. And I think at one point they even said something like, I assumed she was going over to Robin's house, but oh well. So Cody says Robin wants him to come over, wants Mary to come over. And he's like, says something along the lines of, normally I just ignore how she's feeling or what she wants or something. And Mary kind of makes this snide, very justified snide remark of like, no, you don't, or something like that, which I could do with 1,000 times more of Mary calling out how Cody just does whatever. And he's like, well, you must not know me at all if you don't think I'm my own man. And it's like, buddy, nobody thinks you're their own man. Like I keep thinking of the phrase, and I'm not sure if I'm using it right, a hit dog holler. But this man is so, it's like when Robin got so upset that they accused her of making the rules and Cody freaked out about how he has no head wife. I feel like all it does is proof that those accusations are 100% true. Tell me about all the things where he disregards Robin's feelings. He's constantly saying, Robin thinks this, Robin wants that, Robin wants this, blah, 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 blah. It seems like all of his decisions, you know, he said that he wanted to get rid of Mary years ago, but Robin kept insisting that maybe if he prayed, God would fix something. Those are all Cody listening to Robin, what Robin wants. So anyway, so then Mary explains like, well, because he's like, I don't know what we are. And she's like, well, we're exes. It's like, oh gosh, let's hold this man's hand through. He's on his 3rd divorce and he can't figure out even the basics. And then she's like, well, you know, I wish you knew how cool I was. And I'm a little bit like, Mary, you need to like save all that energy for someone who cares, because this man, I'm almost thinking he has broken down mentally to the point to where I don't know if he can understand other people's emotions. She needs to just like go. I wish her all the best. She is justified in being mad. I am happy for her being mad. But like any attempt for her to get him to understand her position, I'm just like, you're wasting your time. This man is incapable of any of that. So I don't know why we're getting this conversation. I don't know what more needs to be said. But I hope that whatever Mary needs from this conversation she gets, and that Cody is miserable the whole way through. That's the most I can ask for in life.